Some of us have understood how to.
Hmm. Yeah, Shaina,
Some
go
of
ahead.
us have already. Sir, some of us have already understood the decision matrix of the part from the Excel sheet.
Hmm.
Now I'm not able to get paired comparison and the 7 domains because I think we discussed it very briefly in the session, if I'm not wrong.
I'll explain it, no problem. But the 7 domains I have not even discussed, so you don't need to do it right now. I didn't ask anyone to do the 7 domains.
So
It
we need
just,
to just
yeah, it
submit
just
it to.
happened to be there in the Excel sheet because my Excel sheet already had that particular sheet. So don't worry about the 7 domains that we will be doing in the next class. But for now, you only do the paired comparison and the decision matrix.
So only the paired
Sir,
comparison is then the issue because decision matrix is pretty much clear.
Okay, fine. So let me start with the paired comparison. And then, are you clear with the questions you have to answer with the one final idea?
Yes,
Or we
sir.
will just
But is there any word limit to it?
you don't have to write an essay. I mean, as long as you don't do that, I guess there's no word limit.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
there's no yes, no answers for sure. So you have to at least describe them, right?
Okay, sir.
Just give me a few seconds to set this up.
So is this the mission tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow same time.
Oh,
What was the time I gave? No, let's make it
5
evening.
p.m. I think 5 p.m.
Yeah, so tomorrow 5. I can extend it till tomorrow 5 p.m.
Okay, sir.
So let me start with the opportunity evaluation tools. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so should I leave the decision matrix and straight away go to paired comparison?
Oh, you
no,
can
sir.
ask
No,
If you
sir,
could
please
just
explain both.
show us that also, it would be great.
You want a bit of this also, decision matrix. Okay.
Yes.
Just increase the size of this. Is this a good size for all of you to see clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the decision matrix. In this, you decide between uh, a number of ideas which you have generated. So in this case, I have taken a sample of 5 ideas, which I have listed on in the first column, one on each row. Okay. So these ideas, as an example, which I've taken is smoothie business, cardboard furniture business, Bluetooth sunglasses, personalized tea, and travel website. Okay. Now, the question in front of us is that once we have more than one idea, how do we really decide which is the better one to start our business, right? It's a practical problem which most entrepreneurs will face. So we are going to use this tool called Decision Matrix, which helps you to decide between different ideas. Okay. How it works is that you decide on certain parameters of the business. So in this case, we have taken up the parameters of what is the investment required for each one of these business. Okay. Then what is the ease of operation of this particular business, marketability of the products, fit with your interest and strengths, and product differentiation. Can you differentiate the product with that available in the market by the competitions? And we give an approximate weightage to each one of these decision parameters. Okay, so let's say investment required is 20%, ease of operation is 15, marketability 30, 20, and 15. If you feel you have to change the weightage, as per your criteria, you can go ahead and do it. This is not set in stone that you have to follow this weightage. This is just a sample weightage. Okay, total will come to 100. Now, for each one of these ideas, you give a score on each parameter. The score will be from 0 to 5. So from 0 to plus 5. And 0 being the lowest score, see, it's written here, all scores are from 0 to 5, with 0 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. If you think, for example, in the smoothie business, the investment required is not much, which means it is good. So I should give, maximum marks in this. Instead of 3, I want to give 5. So I'll make it 5. So now in investment required, it's scoring 5 out of 5. In ease of operation, it is not a difficult business to run. All you need to do is hire a person whom you train and you let him run the show. So you give a score of 4 out of 5. Under marketability, if you think that you are able to market it well, in your neighborhood or in your catchment area where the smoothie outlet will be located, then you give it a high score. If marketability is low, it's difficult, you give it a low score. If this business fits with your interest and strengths, you give it a high score. If it does not fit, and maybe you're a doctor or an engineer and you're trying to start a smoothie business for whatever reason, and you think it doesn't fit with your interest and strength, you give it a low score. Product differentiation, how well can you differentiate with the competitor products, right? So in this case, one of you said earlier that you can't differentiate it well. So I'm giving it a low score. So overall, now out here in the total, in the column where you're doing the totals, we will be doing a multiplication with each of the weightages. So for smoothie, so just see the formula here. It is B5 into B4. So B5 is the score into the weightage, plus the next score into the weightage, plus next score into the weightage, plus fourth score into weightage, and fifth score into the weightage, right? So you get a final score over here. This will again be out of a total of 5. It's again a score out of 5. So out of 5, you get a 4.1 over here. So like that, you do it for other businesses also. Let's take an example which we can do together now, the cardboard furniture. So how much would you like to give it a score out of 5 in investment required? What do you think is the investment required to run a cardboard furniture? Is it a high investment or a low compared to smoothie or other businesses? Yeah?
High.
It's a high investment. So, and if you have to go out and raise that investment, then it becomes difficult for you, right? So you have to give it a comparatively lower score. So how much score would you like to give?
2.
3.
I'll go with 3. Ease of operation. Right now we are not comparing this with any other idea. We are just taking this as a single standalone idea. Okay, so don't start comparing at this stage, because comparison happens in the next sheet, pair comparison. Right now you don't compare. Okay. How about the ease of operation of running this business? Out of 5, how much would you like to score it? Is it difficult to run? Is it moderate, or is it very easy to run the operation?
Moderate.
Moderate.
What kind of setup do you think? What kind of setup do you think it requires to run a cardboard furniture outlet?
So I think
Maybe.
you'll need like a showroom.
Yeah, but before a showroom, you also need a manufacturing unit.
Maybe
right?
some manufacturing space and storage area.
Certainly, you need a manufacturing, you need a warehouse, and then you need a front of showroom, customer-facing showroom, right? Because I don't think this kind of products will sell online or something. So depending on your business model, you may be, only making the furniture and maybe selling to other guys to brand in their name and but whatever it is, the ease of operation is how much out of 5?
3.
Okay.
3.
Marketability. Can you market it well to your end customer? Or is it difficult to market and maybe you need to hire an agency or maybe you need a distribution network or something or whatever or external help?
Some maybe because it's not a very common use item or something. Maybe then to have a more specific presence for market, it might need more efforts for marketability.
Hmm. Okay. So what kind of score would you like to give it?
So I have some confusion in this. So like 4 would be something which would tell that we need to market it more, or 2 because
No,
it
4
would
means
require.
it's easy to market. Marketability is
Okay,
high.
so then 2, sir. Like what I have in mind.
So it's difficult to market, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the more difficult any of these parameters, if it is more difficult, it gets a lower score.
Okay, sir.
Fit with your interest and strengths. Does it fit well, or is it something you're doing because your father was doing it, or whatever reason and you're stuck in it? And how does it work?
Fair one.
2.
Happens, right? To many people. Who said that, Rushali?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you don't like this business, I guess.
I was gonna say 1, but 2 is okay.
It doesn't fit with my
Yeah, with
interest,
your
so
interest.
that's why-
Yeah, sure. So that's right. Okay, product differentiation. Can you differentiate with the existing furniture products? Is there anything unique about your cardboard furniture? Maybe it's very inexpensive, or maybe you can do it yourself. You can assemble it yourself,
Or
like IKEA products or something. Yeah.
maybe the way it's been made, maybe some layering or something of whatever material goes into. So maybe 3 or 4 can be.
So it's not the question of material over here. Product differentiation means when as a final product, how are you able to differentiate with the other existing
Acha,
products?
okay. As a final thought. Okay. So only pricing point and like margin and everything comes here.
Margin. You mean profit margin? No. Only
Yeah.
the product, only comparison with other products in the market. That is product differentiation.
Okay.
So what do you say? What kind of score? Yeah. You guys are suddenly you become mute. What happened?
2 maybe, sir.
Ooh, okay. So you mean you're not able to differentiate with the other products in the market?
Yeah, because a
Nothing
lot of
unique about
furniture
this.
these days are made from cardboard, right? So it's not a big difference.
Not a big
Yes, sir.
difference.
The only difference can be some minor pricing changes. So yes, maybe 2 then.
Okay, fine. Now I need to do a total, right? So as I explained last time that, okay, so in the first cell, what you need to do, see, when we are doing a total, we have to multiply this score with the weightage. So as you can see in all the rows, the weightage column, the weightage row has to remain fixed. These values have to remain fixed. So in the Excel, how do you keep it fixed? When you have to fix certain cells, you have to put a dollar sign in front of it. So it's in this case, the row we have to fix is row number 4. So in you have to prefix B4 with a dollar sign. B also has to be fixed and 4 has to be fixed. I hope this part you're able to understand about Excel.
So can you repeat the dollar logic once? I
Okay,
missed out on it.
so in Excel, there's a concept of fixing the value of a cell, right? So let us say that in each one of these rows, I have to multiply this score with a 20%, right? So if I put a formula here over here, that you multiplied 5 by 20%. In the next
Okay.
row, I have to multiply 3 with 20 and then again 3 with 20, like that. So that means if I am writing the formula in my first cell over here and I'm copying it to the rest of the cells, that formula should hold, right? It should still stick with the correct answer. So now in this case, we can see that the value of this cell is not changing for any one of those rows. This is fixed value. So to fix the
Okay, so we
value
can.
to fix the value of any cell, you have to prefix it with a dollar sign in Excel. Now, whenever you
Okay.
copy this formula anywhere on the sheet, this dollar sign will make sure that B4 remains B4 wherever you copy it. It will not change
Got
the
it.
value. You got it? Whereas the other values are called relative. So this is called relative referencing and fixed referencing. If you guys had done Excel, I don't know if you did this in your school or whatever, Excel. Excel will, just to give you a tip in your life, Excel is going to serve you in the rest of your life. So please try to master it, try to gain as much knowledge as you can about Excel. It'll really serve you well in your professional life. That much I can tell you right now. So now just see, I'm just going to copy this, Control C, I've copied it, and I'm going to paste it in the lower cell, Control V, right? Can you see it has recalculated, and this is the weighted score it is coming. Now just see the formula over here. Can you see the B4 is remaining the same, but this value has become B6. Let's go back to the previous cell. Over here, it was B5. It was multiplying the fifth row values with the weightages. But when I copied it to the next cell, automatically, instead of fifth, it has taken sixth row. B6, C6, all the values have changed to 6. Did you get it? So that is why we need, so let me just paste it in all the rest of the cells. Now you can see automatically, if I just show you this, B4 is fixed, C4 is fixed, but this has become B7. Now in the next cell, this will become B8. See, automatically it is changing. It's going down and it's relative to the row it is changing, right? So that is what I was trying to explain to you. Now, can you write this formula in your own sheets, which you have with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So
Yes,
have
sir.
you understood how to use the decision matrix?
Yes, sir.
Everyone is clear about this? Can you all say yes? Maybe in the chat window,
Yes.
so I know you are all clear. Against your name, it will come as a record.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Do that. So let me go to the next topic of paired comparison.
Sir, I had one small doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
So, can you go back to the decision matrix? Yes. So maybe I missed out on the point. So, sir, these weightages 20%, 50%, and the rest of the 3 ones. So this has to be the same, or can we change it to
You can
our
change
own
it.
preference?
You can change if you feel that you want to give other weightages to these, you can change it. You can even change the decision parameters if you think instead of marketability, there is some other parameter you would like to take up, which is more important. Do that. Go ahead. I'll give you the
Okay.
flexibility. And this also you can change. But it has to total up to 100, obviously.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Yes, Rupali,
So-
you were saying? Tell me.
I'm saying that on what basis can we change the parameters? Like,
On your assessment of the business. For example, if you think, let's say your idea is to open a apparel showroom, right? You want to sell apparels, and you think over there is some other parameter which you need to use. Maybe investment required is good, ease of operation, marketing. Maybe it has something to do with, instead of marketability, you want to say, or investment required, you want to give 30% weightage, right? So you can go ahead and change it. In my view, these decision parameters are good enough. But if you still feel instead you want to change any one of them, it's up to you.
Okay, sir.
But it should not happen. You change it only for one idea. It has to apply for all the 5 ideas.
Right,
Got
sir.
it?
All right.
The
Yes.
column value will change permanently then for you in your case. If you replace marketability with, let's say, competition, for example, then it should be the same for all. You have to now put a weightage of how effectively you are able to compete with in the market. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Can I move on to the next topic of paired comparison? Okay, so this tool of paired comparison, hold on, let me see your chats. How many of you are there? 11 participants and only 6 yes. What happened to the rest? Okay, let me just put this question in.
Your voice is a little low. Sorry.
Is it still low?
It's a little bit low.
Little bit low. So, how's it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the mic keeps moving a bit sometimes.
Yes, sir. It's fine.
Sometimes I may be speaking lowly, just thinking to myself.
Yes, so I want to know about the paired comparison. And also, sir, do we have to fill out the answers to the step 3 in the document itself?
Yes, in the document itself.
Okay, sir.
Hold on, I'm just sending you a chat. Okay, anyways. Now we come to paired comparison. As the word suggests, this tool is for comparing business ideas in pairs. Okay. So in this case, what we do is we post ideas in rows over here in the first column, one idea in a different row. So all the 5 ideas have to come here. And in the columns also, we put the same ideas in the same order in the column also. So if you put smoothie, cardboard, furniture, Bluetooth, personalized travel website here, we put it in the same order: smoothie, cardboard, furniture, Bluetooth, sunglasses, personalized tea, and travel websites. Now we are going to compare these business ideas in pairs only. So we will take the first idea, smoothie, okay, and we will compare it with each one of the other ideas in pair, one by one. So smoothie with smoothie, it's the same idea, and the scoring goes from -3 to 0 to 3. -3 means that this idea in the column, or you can call it in the first column, or you can call it in the row number 1, is worse than the column, the idea in the column on top. You got it? So if my smoothie
Yes.
idea is worse than the cardboard furniture, I'll give it a negative score. So it will be -3. You got it? And -3 is the worst score. -2 is slightly better. -1 is still better. And 0 means it is the same. If I compare
So
smoothie with smoothie, these are the same idea. So I give a score of 0. Yes, tell me.
So basically, if I feel like my smoothie idea is better than my cardboard idea, I would give the cardboard a -3, right?
No,
Like in
over
a minus
here,
number.
if you're comparing smoothie on the left with cardboard furniture on the top, and you think that smoothie is better than cardboard furniture, it has to be +3. Instead of -3, it has to be +3. Now, what you do is when you come to cardboard comparing with smoothie, now you're comparing cardboard as your primary business idea, and you're comparing it with the smoothie. And you've already given it a score, you've already compared them before and given it a score of +3 over here. Now it will reverse in the case of cardboard furniture. It will become -3 because you said cardboard furniture is worse than the smoothie business, right? So you can't change this value, right? You can't, make it a different value now. It has to be the reverse of this. Have you understood this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's take another case. Smoothie, if I'm comparing with the Bluetooth sunglasses business, and if you think smoothie is better than the Bluetooth sunglasses, you are giving it a +2, right? Now, when I compared the Bluetooth sunglasses with the smoothie, right? it has to be -2 because you've already given it a +2. It has to be reverse of this. You can't make it a -1 right now over here now. It will be incorrect. Not that I have put any formula in it, but this is a logical sequence only. We are not putting any formula in this. Although I could, that's going to be a little longer process. I can put this formula also. It will automatically pick up a value from there. But I don't want to do it right now. Let's do it on a manual method, right? And then in front of each row or each idea, you are doing a total over here, a total score. And then you compare the total and you arrange this total score as per the decreasing order, right? Ascending order, descending order. So whichever idea gets the highest score is your better idea among the 5. So in this case, although we have not completed the rest of the chart, but in this case, the smoothie business is getting a better score. Is it okay?
So then on the basis of that, we have to answer the questions in the step 3, right? Or else we can choose anyone.
No, now you don't choose anyone because you have already run the 2 tools of decision making over here. So what you do is first you see in the decision matrix, what is the winner? You pick up that. Let us say in this case, smoothie business got the highest score. So you can write over here. So the best idea is smoothie. That was the outcome of this exercise. And over here in pancake comparison, best idea is again smoothie. Now, what if you have a different outcome over here? It may happen that in decision matrix, the winner was personalized tea. And in pair comparison, the winner came out to be smoothie. It could be possible, isn't it? Now, what do you do? Again, you have 2 ideas. You don't have 1 idea. So now what you do is, now you compare these 2 winners. You compare smoothie with the personalized tea over here. Now, between the 2, which one is better? So you can use any one of these tools now, either decision matrix or paired comparison. So that final outcome of both these exercises is only 1 idea. The final output of this should be 1 idea on which you will start working ahead. Is this point clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 7 domains you don't have to do right now. Just leave it aside. I have sent it to you because it was there in the file. I didn't notice it and it went to all of you, but it's okay. We can use it in the next class. You don't worry about it right now. 7 domains is a slightly longer process. First I have to teach you, then you have to understand. Now, once you know that, okay, smoothie business is the best idea out of these 5. Now you go to the next step. You have to answer those 12 questions about this idea, about the smoothie business idea. So let me just load the question sheet in front of you. Can you see it now, these questions? Step number 3, are you able to see in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now answer the following questions about the one best idea out of the above. So the best idea in this case is, let us say, the smoothie business. So I can write here, I had to define what is this smoothie making. Okay. Now, I will write the idea here and then I'll answer the question. Can you describe how to turn your idea into action in 1 sentence? Now tell me, how would you turn it into an action? How will you start this business? What is the one action you will take?
So it depends. Someone might do more research on it. Someone might start finding investment for it. Someone might start with having an inventory for something. So it depends on person to person that what they want to start with.
Sure. So what is the action you would like to propose? What is the action you would like to take to turn this idea?
For smoothie making, I think a market research would be better.
So the thing is that if you have not conducted the market research already, you cannot decide on the idea. You are saying that you decided on the 5 ideas without doing a market research. Then what was the use of the previous exercise?
So my terms in market research was about, there's a market research about the plan that I want to run a smoothie business, but it also comes to
So what is
what
the
type of
market research
flavors
you
do,
want to? Yeah. So please define this
so like
market research.
what type of flavors, what type of packaging do I want, what attracts the packaging, like what type of packaging attracts more, or what type of flavors do people prefer? Do I want to go into a fusion thing, or do you want to I want to sell on plain flavors or something like that? Maybe I'm not using a better word, but
Okay,
in
that's
terms
fine.
of
I
me, I think it's a
understand.
marketing.
A further drill down is required, and you are going to research on the number of flavors and kind of flavors you want, the packaging, and maybe the location of this business, etc., which is fine. So, so this is the actionable, right? Is there an or second question is there an obvious way to make money with this idea?
So might be
By selling.
What is that way?
obvious way would be either putting up a stall, like not having a physical establishment, but you can start by putting up stalls into fests or something.
Okay. Uh, temporary stalls in festivals or maybe malls, etc. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, sir.
Does this idea solve a problem for someone?
They quench the thirst.
Really? I thought Coke can also do that. Or the thumbs up which you guys keep sending us.
So it depends on person to person. Like whatever I find nearby will help me.
Or anything else? Any other problem it is solving?
I think it would. I don't know how to put this into words. Um,
Isn't this a substitute of milkshakes, smoothie? It's a milkshake with ice cream, right? Oh no, sorry, but that's not smoothie. I'm confusing
the
with a thick
smoothie
shake.
is a bit of
Yeah,
more
sorry,
healthier
it's not milk. Yeah.
version.
So quenching thirst, then what else?
I think maybe a healthier version of like something. Yeah.
Healthy drink,
Yes.
improve health. How about reducing weight? I don't know if that could be a goal.
Diet friendly, something like
Diet.
that.
Okay. So you list down the problems you are solving. Can you figure out how to make this idea happen quickly?
Start with your own homegrown thing. Like you make it at home and you sell it out. I remember.
Okay, so make it at home, you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is a quick way of doing it. And sell it where? You make it at home and where do you sell it?
Again, the stalls and stuff, like where do you want to put up either collective housings or fests or something.
How about this?
Yes, sir.
Is it relatively low maintenance, this business?
Depends on the expansion. If I'm doing depends on the scale basically. If I'm doing
Yes.
it at a small scale, then it is low maintenance. If I go up, then I might need machines and stuff. So
So you can add that to begin with. It is, if I'm doing it from home, then it's low maintenance. Is that okay?
yes, sir.
Then can you get paid more than once for this idea?
So can you explain this?
More than once means some products are just, you just sell it once and then you have to look for another customer, right? For example, if you send a mobile phone, then you have to start looking for another customer. Or you just do it once and then it's over. You don't have another chance to do it.
Yes, we can pay. We can get paid for more than once for this.
From the same customer?
Yes, sir. If a
Yeah.
person is a loyal customer and Like for example, Starbucks has a lot of loyal customers. So I think I'm done with my homework. I'm done with my assignment here.
As long as you don't use smoothie as your idea, we are good.
So I just gave answers. Let me put this as my assignment.
I will not accept smoothie as your idea now, by the way.
Okay, so
Okay. Then
Okay.
next one. What will you need to get started and how much will it cost?
our main expense would be on the ingredients and the storage and transportation maybe. So I don't know what exactly, but yeah.
Okay. How much will it cost? How much do you
Delivery
estimate?
days.
So
Packaging,
I
maybe, I
think
don't know. If it's a package.
a starting amount would be around 30 to 50,000.
Let's take it 1 lakh to be on the safer side.
Yes.
Is that good?
Yeah, so including the packaging and whatever goes, because smoothies has berries and stuff which are quite expensive.
Yeah, it depends what flavors you're offering, right?
Yes, so
What potential obstacles stand in the way of launching your idea?
in terms of launching can be competition, because these days a lot of normal joints also have a lot of range of drinks, so maybe competition is one. Secondly, the
So
so
maybe the time of launching, because maybe smoothie is something which can be consumed season wise, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, maybe it's more consumed in the summer season.
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
sure. Do you take smoothies in the winters? Personally, I don't like smoothies, so and I can't talk about myself. But how about you guys?
I like smoothies.
Okay, good. So do you take it all year around, or is it? Do you find it seasonal?
I typically have cold things all around the year, so yeah.
Okay, you should certainly look at this business seriously.
But yeah, like if we talk about a target thing, like
Hmm.
for example, people sell seasonal vegetables at the time of the season, because that's what will be in the use of it. So I think maybe the season can be a obstacle to it.
No, but do you think
As
seasonality is an obstacle in starting this business? Then once you start it, the seasons will keep changing. That means you have to shut down in an off season. How does it work?
no, it won't shut down. But the thing is that it would boom my sales in summers,
That's
because I'm
fine.
proposing a night
Like
menu.
ice cream companies, right? Ice creams, people don't have ice creams in the winter. Very few people have it. So what
Not
happens
true.
to their
So
business? Does it shut down?
no,
Something,
But
there
sir,
is
it's
something going on,
mentioned,
right?
right?
Huh?
But it's mentioned, right, that in the way of launching the idea. So
Yeah,
yes,
it's
it
just the
will.
because
launching stage I'm talking about.
so
You're thinking
smoothies
long
can be
term.
served.
Hmm.
So people take smoothies as breakfast as well. So it depends on how you market it. Like
No,
the
no, no.
truth says.
Hold on. Let's come back to the question. What is the obstacle standing in the way of launching your idea? Just launching. Not the obstacles after launching, just at the before launching we're talking. Do you see any obstacle for launching this idea? Do you think
The
your mother is
competition.
going to say, no, you don't make it at home, I can't allow you to make it at home? Or that kind of an obstacle. Or you don't have the money to start it. That is an obstacle. You have an idea, but you don't have the resources.
So will the competition around us be an obstacle?
No, it's not an obstacle. You have to overcome that. Otherwise, the business cannot start.
So maybe
So
not enough inventory or not enough production can be
No, no, no. See, hold
obstacle.
on. You have
so
already decided that this is the business you're going to start. Now,
Yes.
before starting, what are the obstacles you see? Any obstacle
can
which will help you to
things
prevent, which is
can
going to prevent you from starting? That is what the question means.
so can things like maybe some license or something can be one of the things. License for maybe like
Okay.
Outlet
selling.
decide like outlet deciding and stuff like.
Maybe a food
If you don't
license you need. I
favorable.
don't know. You don't
Yes,
need
sir.
it, but if you do, then maybe it takes 2 months to come. That can be an obstacle. In the
Operational
meantime,
licenses like in order to operate such kind of a
if you're
thing.
working from home, I don't think you need any major licenses.
Or
I'm not sure.
maybe sir, some
So
nutritional
as
certification or something.
Yeah, that is a food license or food certificate or whatever, right?
Yes, sir.
Safety
So
certification
source,
license. What?
the sourcing of like raw materials, like something like some special berries that you might need for a smoothie, and sourcing of that could be like a task. So
Yeah, if it's an exotic berry which grows in the Leh and Ladakh region, and it has to come from there. I don't know. But is every smoothie going to contain that raw material? That's the question.
so not every, but like some might. So your menu would get limited.
Yeah, so you
if
need to identify those obstacles and just write it here. Is this clear now? Just mention those obstacles. Next, how hard will it be for you to get your first sale?
In case of a smoothie, not that hard. Like if it's just the first sale, maybe we can do some sampling, and because obviously we would make it with some good flavor, so people can do buy it at least for the first time.
Hmm. Okay. So how hard is it? Is it very tough to get your first sale? Do you have to go through a long process and do a lot of marketing and do a lot of road shows or something before you get your first sale? That's what the question means.
Maybe
Meet a lot of people, go visit 25 outlets before you can get your first sale done. How do you anticipate this happening? That's to the extent of the depth of business which you
so
need to research on.
I think it won't be that hard because if we start selling samples for example, I'm in a market, I put up a food stall like that, and there are people who are coming out. I might get them a sample first. If they like it, they might buy it. So I think it
yes,
won't be that difficult to get my first sale.
or maybe some sort of online presence these days can be also like everyone can start off their page or some sharing on social media. So I guess things like these might not be that difficult.
Online presence in the sense that people won't order online with you, but if you
If I
digitize
get
it
to know
well,
about it and I like it, I can order it. For example, with my friends or something, I can post about it on my account that I started this. So
Is this okay?
Mhm.
This answer?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone ever done something like this before?
In
Like
terms of
the kind of
smoothie, yes.
yeah, maybe the smoothie you're trying to make or smoothies you're trying to make are special. They use special ingredients which no one has used before. Something is unique about it. That's what this question implies actually.
Smoothies are served, but exotic smoothies, like whatever our idea might be, is something that I think hasn't been done before. But obviously, so we do have a market for smoothies.
No, it's not asking you about market. Just read the question first and understand it. Has anyone ever done something like this before? Simple.
Yes,
If everything goes right, what's the best case scenario?
it
What is the
might become
best
a
you will?
retail product on the shelves, like like a it might be a staple like coffee or something like that.
And maybe have a sale of few lakhs every month. Is that a scenario you're looking at? That,
yes,
that,
sir.
that then only you'll do the business. Otherwise, why will you get into it? If everything goes wrong, what's the worst case scenario?
Selling at lesser rates, maybe like at a half price or something, if it's not at all being sold. Hence
Half
is
of
the
what
worst.
it costs you? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, so we do have to get some value, right? If we'll close it because it's the worst case scenario.
Okay. So what is that scenario you're saying?
We
That we're
might.
not able to make sales and we're selling it at a drastically low price
It
or
does
at
not
whatever
take
price.
off at all. And giving samples on
Some kind of a clearance sale or something.
if it's a bad product, I don't think it will sell for 50% off it. Think so? If people don't like the free sample, they will not buy it at 50% off. Do you think they will buy? Okay, anyways, I'll go with your opinion. So this is how you have to answer each one of the 12 questions. Is this clear now with this one
Yes, sir.
example? Yeah. Any more questions from your side? Any more doubts
No.
which you would like to still clarify? In the evaluation tools, you've understood both the evaluation tools, opportunity evaluation tools. Then you are
Yes.
coming up with 5 ideas and you have to decide on one best idea out of those 5. Is that part clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Anything else you want to know? Now you can do this assignment. So submission date is tomorrow now, and by 5 p.m. you will have to upload on the LMS. Everyone. I'm going to send this message on your WhatsApp group also. Is this clear to everyone now?
Yes, sir. So, can we request you something regarding the subject?
Yeah. Tell me.
So I think Sweta ma'am did have a conversation with you saying that you did not realize that how our schedules are and how much workload do we get every single week. So our only request to you is that we cannot. So with other subjects as well, they don't give us assignments every single week or every single in every 2 or 3 days. So we would expect you to do the same as well, because then it overlaps everything and then we end up having a lot of workload.
And sir, apart from that, we all of us are in some different societies and doing extra work like internships as well. So it's just a small concern from our batch.
So because each of us stay on, like, sit on the laptop for at least 12 hours a day,
My God.
even on weekends.
So you have to first of all use a blue rays glasses, eyewear, just
Yes,
to
sir,
protect your
I
eyes.
do wear them.
Yeah. And otherwise, there's no harm in sitting for long in front of laptop. Maybe I spent similar amount of time too. So I can't tell you it's bad.
So, but sir, I understand, but please try to.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'm going to reduce the number of my assessments. But the whole point is that if we are doing something in the classroom, how will you get to apply it or work on it? If I don't
So
give
we
you any
understand, we
task,
don't
which
mind doing
you work on it?
assessments. We don't mind doing assessments. We just have the problem with the frequency of it.
Yes, sir. Just
What
the
is the
timing.
frequency you're looking at?
So it's just that
You have total of 15 sessions. Tell me the frequency you're looking at.
So
So even if you like
or
plan
two
to give,
assignments.
Sorry?
even if you plan to give like more assessments, you could probably give us like more time, like between the submission and the date you're giving. It's usually like you're giving it today and we have to submit it a day after. And
No,
it's
it's
not
not
that
like that. What I'll do is I will announce it in the class itself and explain it like I've done today. I'll do it in the session itself, explain the assignment to you and when you have to do it, and also give you the time limit. But I'm going to reduce the number of assignments now. Maybe I
Okay,
will
sir.
give you once every fortnight or something. Let's see how it works out.
So not
I-
every fortnight. We don't
Sorry.
mind if you even give us one in a week, since the assignments that you give aren't very heavy, except for the accelerators and incubators one. This was not very heavy, so we can have we can have 1 or 2 assignments a week, but not on
we're just
daily basis.
asking for the extension bit. Like if we get the sufficient time to complete it, that's just we are asking for.
Okay, so how does this work? If I tell you about the assignment on the day of the session itself and give you
Yes, sir.
by the end of the week, so you practically get the whole week to do it. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, works with us.
Fine. So I'm going to first of all rationalize the number of assignments and also introduce this that I will be explaining to you during the session itself and giving you at least a week to complete.
So that'd be
Fine?
great. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
Great, sir.
sure.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I hope you will be able to submit this on time tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Certainly,
great.
sir.
Yeah. Okay, all the best then. We'll end the session here.
Thank you so
Okay,
much,
thank
sir.
you so much,
Okay,
sir.
have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, sir.